The 71st edition of the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations, presented by Fiat Professional at Matchley Basin. Race 1, MXGP and MX2. Glenn Koldenoff grabbed the first foxhole shot of the weekend, but Max Anstey alongside him for Great Britain. Gauthier Paulin in third, Tony Cairoli in fourth as they charge down the first hill. But coming up into the following turn, Tony Cairoli of Italy tried to get inside Paulin. He tipped over and would remount in 12th position. The American Cole Seeley was running just outside the top 10, but then he fell down to 17th. He picked himself up, but his day would go from bad to worse. Koldenoff out of third when he bounced and stalled, allowing the Swiss rider Arno Tonas to get into third place. Anstey, though, came around to lap Seeley, and as Seeley tried to get out the Brit's way, he almost took the race leader down. From out of nowhere, the Slovenian Tim Geiser charged up to the number one of Gauthier Paulin to take second, but it was Max Anstey who was victorious in race 1 in front of his home fans. Geiser, Paulin, Lawrence and Tonas were next.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the next race will
After race 1, France led the Netherlands, Switzerland, Belgium and Australia.
So, get your breath back, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the music, because
Race 2 was MX2 and Open. A sluggish start for number 5, Glenn Koldenoff of the Netherlands, as his teammate Jeffrey Herlings romped to the second foxhole shot. Romain Febvre, number 3 from France, was just behind him. Kurt Gibbs made a good start for Team Australia in fourth, just behind the Estonian Tanel Leo. Rain continued to fall. Thomas Covington fell for Team USA, picked himself up in 35th place, but then would fall again a lap or so later. He had a lot of work to do as Herlings hit neutral and fell out of the lead, handing the advantage to Romain Febvre and France. Hunter Lawrence was having a great ride. He charged up the inside of Christophe Charlier to get himself into a great position as Jeffrey Herlings charged down the inside of Romain Febvre and regained the lead. Hunter Lawrence was on a mission. He eventually made that move on Alessandro Lupino of Italy to get himself as the lead MX2 rider and into third, but then just pushing too hard, he fell, allowing Zach Osborne, Team USA, to take the third position. Lupino came home fourth. Kurt Gibbs of Australia became the lead Australian in fifth, but it was Jeffrey Herlings who was victorious for the Netherlands in race 1 from Febvre and Osborne, and after 2 races and 4 scores counting, France still led by 5 points over the Netherlands and Australia.
on the last race.
The final race of the day, MXGP and MX Open. Great Britain were lying 5th in the general classification, but they could still drop the 37th from Tommy Searle after not finishing the first race of the day. Max Anstey with the 3rd foxhole shot of the afternoon, and he quickly tried to establish himself at the head of the field. Romain Febvre on the Yamaha had a big scare, but he did well to save it. Paulin, his teammate around the same time, had that moment with Arno Tonas as Tonas went through on the Frenchman. Jeffrey Herlings got himself 3rd with a move on the Belgian, Jeremy Van Horbeke, but then Anstey fell from the lead for GP, and at this stage there were only 3 real contenders, France, the Netherlands and Great Britain. Anstey fought back and took a point away from Romain Febvre and Team France, and a couple of laps later Herlings signalled to his crew for fresh goggles as Herlings went through in second. Anstey made it a perfect day on home soil. He was victorious in the second of his races, the 3rd of the day, to go 1-1 to win the MXGP individual class from Jeff Herlings, who was victorious in the open category. Romain Febvre crossed the line 3rd, and that was good enough for France to take home the Chamberlain Trophy for the 4th successive year. The Netherlands were 2nd and Great Britain on the podium for the first time in 20 years. The last time that happened was in Belgium, in Nîmes, in 1997. Romain Febvre, a 3-time gold medal now in this event. Gauthier Paulin, 4 wins for him, and Christophe Charlier adding to the ISDE International 6-day gold he picked up earlier this year. He is now a 2-time gold medal winner. But what a day for Team France. Pascal Fino, Christophe Charlier, Gauthier Paulin and Romain Febvre. Champions of the world again.
Yeah, it is It's a crazy feeling. I mean, everywhere, all over the world, you know, the fans are coming to reach for us. And I really want to thank Romain Febvre. He has done an awesome job. Christophe Charlier, we were just like crazy behind the TV when he was riding. This year, you know, there was such a good atmosphere, and this win, to bring back this win home, I mean, it's so good for us, for the French Federation, for French country. It's yeah, well, was a crazy event, crazy atmosphere. We're loving it.